My wife cried when I stopped doing the things she ignored for years. For 15 years, I left sticky notes in her lunch bag. Little messages like, "You're amazing," or "thinking of you." She never mentioned them, not once. I thought maybe she just wasn't the sentimental type. So I kept doing it anyway because I loved her. Every morning, I woke up at 5 a.m. to make her coffee exactly how she liked it. 2 sugars, a splash of cream, in her favorite mug with the chipped handle. I'd leave it on the counter with a napkin underneath. She'd grab it on her way out without looking at me. No thank you, no smile, just the sound of the door closing. On Fridays, I'd stop at the bakery and pick up those lemon tarts she used to love. I'd put one on a plate and leave it on the kitchen table. She'd eat it while scrolling her phone. I don't think she ever noticed I was the one buying them. I also did the small things nobody talks about. I filled her car with gas every Sunday night. I replaced the batteries in the TV remote before they died. I made sure her favorite shampoo was always stocked. I ironed her blouses even though she never asked. I kept doing these things because I thought that's what love was, showing up, being consistent, hoping she'd notice someday. Then one night, I overheard her on the phone with her sister. She was laughing. She said, "Honestly, I don't even know why he tries so hard anymore. It's like he's stuck in the past. I just wish he'd move on." That broke something in me. The next morning, I didn't leave a note. I didn't make her coffee. I didn't stop at the bakery. I didn't fill her car with gas. I just got up, got dressed, and left for work. She didn't say anything that day, or the next, or the week after. But 3 weeks later, I came home and she was sitting at the kitchen table crying. In front of her was a pile of sticky notes. Old ones I'd written years ago. She'd kept every single one. They were organized by year, tied with a rubber band. She looked up at me with red eyes and said, "Why did you stop?" I just stared at her. I didn't have an answer that wouldn't hurt. She wiped her face and said, "I never told you. But I read every note. I drank every coffee you made. I noticed everything. I noticed when you filled my car. I noticed the shampoo. I noticed my blouses were wrinkle-free. My mom said needing someone made you weak. So I stayed quiet. I thought you'd just know." Her voice cracked. "But now it's all gone, and I don't know how to get it back." I sat down across from her. For the first time in years, we just looked at each other. Really looked. She reached across the table and touched my hand. "I'm sorry," she whispered. "Last Tuesday, I ran out of gas on the highway. I sat there for an hour, and I cried because I realized you'd been protecting me for 15 years. She pulled out her phone and showed me her wallpaper. It was one of my sticky notes from 5 years ago. "I look at this every day," she said. "I just never had the courage to tell you. I wanted to be angry. I wanted to tell her how lonely I'd felt, but all I could see was the pain in her eyes. I realized then that I'd spent 15 years waiting for her to see me, and she'd spent 15 years too afraid to show me she already did. We both failed each other. I failed by never asking. She failed by never saying." We sat there in silence. Then she said something that gutted me. "I called my mom yesterday. I told her I was losing you. She said good, that I didn't need a man who made me soft. So I hung up on her. For the first time, I chose you." I looked at the notes spread across the table, at her trembling hands, at the woman I'd loved for so long finally letting me in. Maybe we could start over. Maybe it wasn't too late. Sometimes the saddest thing isn't being ignored. It's realizing the silence was never about you at all. It was about fear. And by the time you both find your voices, you've already lost so much time.